Hotel Ram, we're staying in Jerusalem. We are in the 5th floor. Surrounding area. There's the car. There. You better go. There. Come on.
Always get up. Always get up.
This is our car, private rental car with a tour guide, Mercedes 240D. On our way to buy shoes to the center of Jerusalem, Salah.
This is in Salahuddin Street.
TV building. Not too many cars, huh?
Today?
Yeah.
Where's the French Hill in Mount Scopus?
French Hill.
Yeah.
French Hill.
French Hill in the Hebrew language is Gevat Tzarfatit.
This is exactly the border between the Arabs and the Jews.
Before the Six-Day War.
Before the Six-Day War, huh?
Yeah.
Ah, I see.
Here, exactly this street.
I see. This is straight, huh? I see. So there is Arab supposed to be.
There was here living Arabs. Till now they're living here.
Oh, okay.
They call for this area Sheikh Jarrah.
Sheikh Jarrah.
Yeah.
Used to be Arab. What's the state? Arab state?
Jordanian, what was before the Six-Day War.
Oh, I see. So this is still mostly Arab?
Yeah. We are going now to the Arab section.
Oh.
All these areas are Arab.
We're going to buy first, huh? Buy shoes first?
Yes. We're going to buy shoes.
This is now the Arab section of Jerusalem.
That is the Strand Hotel. See it? Strand. Yeah. And here, this is the YWCA.
Oh, I see. YWCA. Used to be Jordan before the Six-Day War. Now it's already Jerusalem. Israel. Shopping for shoes at the Arab section of Israel. This is shopping in front of Herod's Gate. In front of Herod's Gate.
See it?
Jerusalem. Huh? This is East Jerusalem, and we are going to the Garden of Gethsemane.
And here, this is the garden of the
What?
Rockefeller Museum.
Oh. What? The tower, huh?
You see? This is Rockefeller. That building there, that is the Intercontinental Hotel, where's the view of Jerusalem, Mount of Olives.
Oh, Mount of Olives. Oh, we're going there. Gethsemane, pointing towards the garden. The garden of Gethsemane. That's the wall of the old Jerusalem. Going upward.
To Mount of Olives.
Mount of Olives. We're going up to the Mount of Olives for the Sermon on the Mount.
The Intercontinental Hotel.
Ah, it's there, huh?
Yeah. United Nations Government House.
United Nations Government House.
Yeah. That's where it was, that antenna.
We are now on top of Mount Olive.
Yeah.
Right, okay. Then, okay, now. I'm there right now. Nothing there?
There, that is the part of Jerusalem. All this is they call it the Jerusalem, but you know, Jerusalem it's having a lot of places to. Yeah.
How about here?
This is the Mosque of Omar.
The white dome, huh?
Yeah, the white dome. This is the Mosque of Omar,
Okay.
and that is Al Aqsa Mosque, the Dome of the Rock,
Okay.
and beside this white dome, you have in also the wall of Jerusalem, the walling wall of Jerusalem,
Can
Okay.
and
you take this down?
Okay, Gilbert time.
around the wall you have in also around this wall of Jerusalem, the old Jerusalem, you have in 7 gates. That gate, where's that bus? You see it?
Where?
That
Yeah.
bus, that is the Dung Gate.
Okay.
The Dung Gate of Jerusalem, and this is the David city. You see?
Where?
This down the temple. This
Temple. Oh,
yeah
That's David City.
yeah
Okay.
city of David.
Yes. City of David.
Yeah, and this cemetery is Jewish Orthodox cemetery.
Oh,
Down.
Jewish.
Cemetery. You see where's our hotel? That one. You see where? That hotel is Ram Hotel. Yeah, and that one is a Hilton beside it. And this one is the Island Tower Hotel, the City Tower Hotel. And this one is Plaza.
Never mind the hotels. I don't want to know the hotels. Just
Churches.
Yeah,
See, hey, that church, if you wanted to see.
no, wait. We're going like this.
Oh, I see.
Okay, now after that dome, after the yellow dome.
The Dome of the Rock.
That way, right side, like that.
Ah, like this here, we have no churches to see.
That's the New Jerusalem.
Here is old Jerusalem, but that one there, this old Jerusalem also. New Jerusalem also live in, you see there, where the hotels and behind them.
So this is where.
Mount Scobus, where's the Hebrew University and the Hadassah Hospital.
Okay. And we are really now at
Top of the mount.
top of the Mount Olive.
Well, yeah. This is
Hello, we are on top of Mount Olive. See that? Where's Brian? Where's Brian? Where's Brian? I see. Okay. Top of the Mount Olive. The old city inside old Jerusalem. Viewed on top of Mount Olive. There's our tourist bus. We are really on top of Olive, Mount Olive now. A lot of tourists. It's cold, freezing cold. This is the plaque of the cemetery. Jerusalem War Cemetery. The land on which this cemetery stands is the free gift of the people of Palestine to the perpetual resting place of those of the Allied armies who fell in the war of 1914-1918 and are honored here. We are at West Jerusalem on the way to Bethlehem. These are olive trees
the way to Bethlehem.
on the way to Bethlehem.
See where's Bethlehem?
Is that Bethlehem?
Yeah.
There is Bethlehem, where Jesus was born.
This is when we are all
They're
way
closed,
back.
yeah. Well, we'd like to see where Jesus was born, right?
We are going there.
It's a small town too, huh?
Yes.
Bethlehem.
This is where's Rachel tomb. The tomb of Rachel.
Oh, okay. Jesus and King David's church of the... Oh, Nativity is here.
Yes.
Gail and Evelyn, wake up. You're in Bethlehem already,
Ready?
where Jesus was born, right? How about Evelyn? Did you wake up? This is Bethlehem.
Expensive. Because it's the best quality in all over the world.
Yeah, if you have the money. We're going to the Church of Nativity.
Yes.
Oh, these are the tourists now going up there.
Yeah. Where?
Yeah,
These cars?
Yeah.
No, they are not tourists. The tourists are already there, I think.
Tower of the Church of Nativity, where Jesus was born. We are now inside Bethlehem. Tourist Information Office. Bethlehem Souvenir Enterprise. Inside the town. Tourist Shopping Center.
هلا بناديلك مصري خليه يدعس عليه.
Civil Administration for Judea and Samaria. Rules for visitors. A place where you are visiting is holy. Please conduct yourself with due respect for it. Smoking is prohibited. Cleanliness should be strictly kept. Absolute silence. Modest dress. Eating and drinking. No church property may be touched. No head dress may be worn within the precincts. The bringing of animals, arms may be taken in the church. Photographs may be taken. And this is the entrance of the holy place.
When dark is the world today, this child brings the world light.
This is the inside the Church of the Nativity. Inside the Church of the Nativity. Out of the Church of Nativity. Mommy got 2 candles.
Hello.
View of Bethlehem over the hills. Emblem of the Church of Nativity. Oh, Jesus. This is a store in Bethlehem where we have ordered the cross, to buy the cross for shipment to Houston, Texas.
It's a movie or what?
Movie. The souvenir store, a lot of religious souvenirs. Big crucifix and 5 small crucifixes. It's made of olive wood. Harp of David. This is where the tomb of David. Sige, throw mo lang sa garbage. Where's Brian? Where's Brian? King David's tomb.
Melech and Halcyon.
King David.
The tomb of King David.
It's a holy place, come on. Window to the Last Supper. We are in King David's tomb building. We're upstairs going to the Last Supper room. What's the name again?
Dormition.
Dormition. And this is the whole of
Yes.
Jerusalem.
Yes, this is the wall is around all the old city of Jerusalem.
Yeah.
It was building by the big Suleiman in 1705.
1705.
It was the border also in 67.
We are now on top of what building? This is the tomb of David?
No, we are on the top of the Last Supper.
We are on the top of the Last Supper. Wow. Unbelievable.
Just a little bit more there is the quarter of the Muslims, and more downstairs is the quarter of the Jew, and inside more is the quarter of the Christians. So four religions in one place in the old city.
Oh my gosh. 4 religions in one place. In the city of David, huh? Is that what they call city of David?
It was called the city of the
Yeah, okay.
Mount of Olives.
Mm-hmm.
Mount Chichimeco,
Yeah,
Mount of Olives.
yeah, that's where they prayed. Sermon on a Mount. Yeah.
Didn't we go there?
Oh, I see. Beginning. Uh-huh.
More downstairs is the Dead Sea.
Dead Sea, huh?
After these mountains is the Dead Sea.
Okay. Beginning of the mountain of Judah, and then after the mountain is the Dead
The
Sea. I see.
After the Dead Sea is the mountains of Moab.
Moab. Mountains of Moab after the Dead Sea.
Now you now can see it very clear because
Yeah. There's a fact. Yeah. This is the room where the Last Supper was held. This is the room where the Last Supper was held. The room where the Last Supper was held. The window. That's the entrance door to the Last Supper, to the room where they held the Last Supper. Entrance door to the room where they held the Last Supper. This is the tomb of Zechariah. Tomb of Zechariah. Taken on top of the hill. Jerusalem in its grandeur. World City. Holy place. Here Jesus began his passion service. Okay, go. Lord, Gethsemane. No, later. Come on, go. We are actually walking on the Garden of Gethsemane where Jesus prayed with the apostles. This is really an experience, unusual experience for us, and we thank God and Jesus for giving us this opportunity to walk through the past, and we hope to relieve the past and increase our faith in the Lord Jesus by virtue of this visit to this holy place. Opposite the garden is the walled city. basilica and the Garden of Gethsemane. It's the altar. Services are not yet performed. Well, Gail and Evelyn at the Garden of Gethsemane. What are you trying to do again? Gail.
Hello.
It's a holy place, Gail. Get away. I'm gonna... Hey, I can stop kidding now. So the
What does it
trees,
say?
olive trees.
Service, tenit, flagellate, pick,
We're going inside Lazarus' tomb. This is the church. On the way to the tomb of Lazarus.
Hi, sweetheart.
Maria,
Martha, Lazarus. Lazarus,
Lazarus,
Martha. Martha.
Martha.
Yeah. And here music with something here. Music.
Who is that?
Here.
Comes to the church.
Three children,
Saint Lazarus' tomb.
one son and two daughters.
Good.
They're hanging around. I have a boy like him in my the same. The same too.
Tomb going down to the tomb of Lazarus.
Does it work?
Looks okay. This is the tomb of Lazarus where Jesus stayed after Lazarus rose from the dead. Huh?
Yeah.
Jesus would stay here and the small tomb every now and then, according to the guide.
Yeah, that's right.
It's a small tomb.
Small, yeah.
Yeah. Buying orange in front of the church of Lazarus. Banana, banana, huh? Banana. Where Jesus has been also.
Inside the city walls, and here we have the city walls.
Yeah.
Here we have the north city wall,
North City Wall.
the north city, yes, and we stretch from the Damascus Gate just here, along to the Herod Gate just there, and this by the Turks in about 1546. But
Why did they-
nevertheless, because it's built on the foundations of the wall that existed then. So that's the reason why we want to go on down to the Temple Mount. But you can see the great quarry that they gouged out. They cut out a quarry
Yeah.
right across here.
They cut out the quarry so that there will be
Here.
place for, okay. And that connects to the wall there, huh? I see, okay.
Now, the city.
I see, that's the kind of
But that's this rubbishy stuff here. Down here. Because the Romans took away from the Sanhedrin the right and the authority of death sentence, and of course they take away the execution place. That third one, forget that. Just concentrate on the two to the right.
Looks like a skull.
Now, underneath that little group of causeway down the cliff face, you can see a kind of a forehead with two eye sockets.
Yeah, that's right.
And the nose running this way.
Yeah.
Underneath that little suggestion of a mouth.
Yeah.
Particularly if you do this.
Yeah.
Try doing that.
Yeah.
It looks, there's an opening in the roof of that cave that would have let water in there.
Yeah.
Because that's a water cistern with the end broken out. It's a broken water cistern.
Yeah.
And you can see the plaster work that's around there. We'll talk about that as we go down through the place. You do this. Get your shoes and socks off. Shoes and socks off.
Really?
Down in there. Get your grapes in there. Stand in. Do that.
Really, yeah.
Treading the wine press. And then you collect all your grape juice from there. To tell you something about the tomb. In the place where our Lord was crucified, there was a garden, and in the garden a new tomb cut out of the rock. So here we have this new tomb that's cut out of the rock. You see, this is chiseled. This is all cut.
Yeah.
Chiseled out, right? Not like that cave up there that I showed you. And also the same inside as well. It's actually chiseled out straight from the rock, and would have been closed by a rolling stone. You see that little specimen stone over there?
Yeah.
12 or 15 inches, kind of a flat disc like that, and it would have been about 6 feet in diameter to close over the opening like this. Would have weighed about 7 tons. And not a bit of wonder the ladies who came along to the tomb said, "Who's going to roll away the stone for us?"
Yeah.
The original opening, we think, would have been around about here, so that the stone would amply have covered all the original opening. But it's been broken down, we think, because of this earthquake and so on. Now, in the tomb here, we have a place way over the far side there. That's all nice and ready for a body to be received. On the floor, at the back, a nice kind of smooth bed, and we'll be able to go in and see it in a moment, with a little niche for the feet, a smooth bed, and a kind of pillowy effect for the head. You know, this way. All ready. And then another one in here just behind. Not ready yet, but nevertheless, we'll be able to see. Now, just a couple more things. A young man sitting on the right-hand side. Is that right? A young man sitting on the right-hand side, dressed in white. And here is the right-hand side by the place where our Lord is lying. And we know that Mary Magdalene, who came along to the tomb, she found the stone rolled away, so she hastily ran back to Jerusalem and she collected 2 of the disciples called Peter and John.
Yeah.
They ran to the tomb, and John got here first, and what he did was this. Instead of going into the tomb, Peter came along after, so he dashed straight in. John came along to the tomb, and we found that he stooped down, and he looked in, and he could see the place where the body had lain. So, now let me just summarize it all for you, and then you have it in a picture. We're outside the city wall. Just outside the gate, our Lord suffered outside the gate, in the place of the execution, at the place of the skull, and in this area there was a garden, and in the garden a new tomb cut out of the rock, closed by a rolling stone, a place that you can see into on the right-hand side from the outside. So that's all our biblical line of thinking, and this is the way that I don't ever say that this is the place. I simply say that this is what the Bible says. And if it agrees, that's it.
Are there any other places that people are saying the tomb where tomb of Jesus is?
There is another place in the city, in the Church of the Holy Sepulchre.
Where is that?
That's in the city. Where are we? Almost.
Morning of February 7. We are now inside the walled city, the old Jerusalem. You can see the dome of the mosque, all the old rocks. That's the gate where we entered. This is now going around. Thursday morning, February 7, 1985. You can see a lot of tourists. It's a nice day. Hi! Hi kayo! Hi! Emeline! Emeline, hindi ko nakita. Emeline! Hello! Hi Brian! Now we're inside the old city still. A lot of people you can see. A lot of people.
Hi Brian. Hi Brian. Hi Brian.
Oh. Well, this is the square outside the church where they conduct some services. There's the family starting to feel tired already, early in the morning. Entrance to the area of the Temple Mount is forbidden to everyone by Jewish law owing to the sacredness of the place. This is the entrance to the dome. You can see the family is going up. The same square where they conduct religious rites, viewed from the top of the passageway going to the city, to the dome. You can see the plaza. A lot of people.
Hello.
The family is here lining up to go inside. May, mag-line na tayo dito. Line. Line na tayo. Go.
To heaven from the same rock.
Oh, I see.
It is still called Omar Mosque, although it wasn't built by Omar. The reason is because the first wooden mosque was built by Caliph Omar somewhere on that mount when he captured the city of Jerusalem in 636 AD. Okay. That mosque was built in 691 AD. It was built by Umayyad Caliph called Abdul Malik bin Marwan from the Umayyad dynasty.
Okay, so this was believed to have been the rock where Abraham
prepared to sacrifice his son.
Prepared to sacrifice his
and
son.
In that area, Christ used to preach.
Oh, over here?
Yes, and he changed, the money changes out from there.
Oh, really?
Yes, Solomon built the temple there. Prophet Muhammad ascended to heaven from there.
Okay.
First,
Come on, come on. Sige, sige, sige. Bill? Okay, kids. Well, these are orphans that they gave oranges. They're very happy and they said, bless the whole family. Huwag mong sisirain, anak ko. There's the dome
I'll get them to come on, Daddy.
and the steps.
Daddy, come on.
Okay.
Get some money.
Family is ascending the stairs towards the rock mosque with our guide, Arab guide. They're removing their shoes on the way to the mosque.
This, you leave it here. He is here. Okay, come.
Give me that, Mommy.
Come, kids.
Akin na yan, Mommy. Bakit kukunin mo na sila lahat? Now they're on their way to the mosque. Entrance to the mosque. This is the scene all around the mosque. See a lot of tourists. Steps way down the mosque. Some of the tourists still. One of the beautiful tourists. These are the shoes and the belongings. All ready. He was 12 years old, right?
He was missing in a place called Beirut.
Yes.
After 3 days, they found him here.
Okay. This is, at that time,
I
this
want you
is...
to take that tower.
Okay, what's that tower?
You see what that tower is, where Pontius Pilate used to live. Or Pilatus, who was the Roman governor of the city of Jerusalem. And where Christ was condemned to death over there. I'll be taking you there.
Okay.
Later.
This tower?
Yes, where Pontius Pilatus or Pilate used to live.
Is that right?
And where Christ was condemned to death.
Okay, this is where the Jews are, and they say condemn him, huh?
I'm going to show you that arch. It is called Ikohomo, that arch.
I see.
You'll be seeing that.
Okay.
I'm telling you just step by when we come to this part. I'll tell you.
Okay. What was this temple called before?
The temple,
when Christ...
Solomon's temple.
Solomon's temple, huh?
And you remember when the prophecy was fulfilled after the temple was destroyed in 70 AD by Titus. It was replaced in 1963. Why? Because the first dome was very flat.
I see. So
as it is very heavy, they thought that the structure will collapse.
This is the model of the dome, huh?
Yes. So the baby was born before the mother.
Ah.
This way.
And over yonder is the Mount Olive. Now the family is walking towards the arch.
White chapel, the one with the window.
That, the one with the golden dome?
Mary Magdalene.
Mary Magdalene Church, huh?
Yes, you see the little further up where the white wall is. See the white chapel, the one with the black top, the window?
Yeah.
That is Dominus of Lebet, where Christ cried over Jerusalem.
Oh,
he
really?
wept over Jerusalem from there. You see the road goes up, Where the two white walls are is the Palm Sunday Road. He entered the city on a donkey. He came down that way.
Where?
There, you see the road goes up. You see the two white walls?
Yes.
See the road goes up?
Yeah.
That is the Palm Sunday Road. He entered the city on a donkey. He came down that way.
Oh. Comes, I see, from that way.
Yes.
He came down
here.
on Palm Sunday.
Yeah, then he entered to the temple, which used to be here through the Golden Gate, which you will see later. I'm going to show the Golden Gate later. Now, straight ahead up there, you see where the highest tower, the one with the blue top there? In the front of that tower, there are two white domes, one on each side. That is the chapel of the Ascension. From there, he ascended to heaven after 40 days from his resurrection.
Where is that?
You see the highest tower? You see the two white domes in the front of the highest tower?
Yeah.
Yeah. That is the place.
Oh, that's the Ascension?
Yes. To the right, the building with the flat-red roof is Paternoster, where he taught his disciples, you know, the Lord's Prayer, Our Father, for the second time. Because the first was in the north, on Mount Beatitude.
I see. This is where he, the second time he recited Our Father, huh?
He taught his disciples, yes.
I see. And the with the two domes is where
the Ascension took place.
Ascension took place. I see. Ascension of
Christ.
Christ.
After 40 days from his resurrection.
After 40 days from his resurrection. Very good.
Dome.
That is Mount Zion. Where the tomb of King David is Mount Zion.
Mount Zion. Where the tomb of King David. Yeah,
where
we've been
Christ
yeah,
had
we've
the
been
Last
there,
Supper.
yeah.
we have
And
been
where
there.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, we've
just
been
I know to know
Yeah.
what.
Mount Sinai, yeah.
Okay. This way.
Go.
Well, they're in front of the mosque on the rock on which Abraham prepared sacrifices.
Isaac.
Prepared Isaac for sacrifices.
Yes, and where Christ used to preach.
And where Christ used to preach.
Where he changed the money changes out.
And where he changed the money changers out.
Where Solomon built the temple.
Where Solomon built the temple.
From which Prophet Muhammad ascended to heaven.
From which Prophet Muhammad ascended to heaven. Dial, huh?
Yeah.
It's almost 11 o'clock. I see. That's in front of the mosque.
That's in front of the mosque.
Okay.
That's right.
The Muslims wash their hands and feet before.
That's so lovely.
Ablution. Wuzu.
Ablution,
Wuzu
yeah.
in Arabic. Wuzu.
Lovely.
This is the ablution.
You see, go a little further. You take the seats, the chairs.
Hello.
And there,
Hello.
And look, they sit.
see?
See the
This is
chairs
where
on
the
which
seat-
they sit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Now they're walking to the other mosque, just opposite the mosque of the old rock. Towards the Church of St. Anne and where Pontius Pilate resides or where Jesus was condemned. Arabs. Still the mosque. Still on the way to St. Anne Church. St. Anne is the mother of St. Mary, and that's where Mary was born and raised. A lot of olive trees. Of Saint Stephen's Gate. Saint Stephen is the first Christian saint that was martyred. This is the gate
There are the lions, 2 lions on each side, 2 lions on each side of the gate, also sometimes called St. Mary's Gate. Really?
Yeah.
A birthplace of the Virgin Mary, huh? We're going there then. Birthplace of Virgin Mary. Birthplace of the Virgin Mary. This is where we are going. Okay. Go now. That's a nice place. It's the birthplace of the Virgin Mary. We are now inside the church of Saint Anne, Mother of Saint Mary. There is services going on. Just stay here for a few moments. It's a very simple church. There's the cross of the altar. Cross of the altar of St. Anne's. This is a statue of Queen Anne and St. Mary. It's taken right at the spot where Virgin Mary was born. And there is a picture. This is the house of the parents of Virgin Mary. Pardon? I can't know.
Joachim and Annie. Joachim and Annie.
Joachim and Annie.
Yes.
This is the rock. This is the real rock. This is the real rock. This is the cave where there is their house, and the church was built later on over it by the Crusaders during the what century?
11th.
11th century. This is taken in front of St. Anne's Church.
And the pool used to be here.
Where is the pool?
Used to be here on this side.
This is taken at the pool.
Oh, but
I see. This used to be the site of the pool of Bethesda, where the man waited for 30 years, 38 years to get cured.
Take the property. Take the property. Look.
Oh.
You see, now it is within the walls. See the
I
walls?
see.
So the walls used to be a little further on this side. You know, the excavations were carried out by the father in the 60s.
Pool of Bethesda used to be outside the walls. Now it's already inside the walls.
The excavations excavations here were carried out by the fathers. In the 60s, they revealed something from different periods, to the right Crusaders and to the left Byzantines.
Okay, your voice is being recorded, so it's okay.
Okay.
I don't need to repeat it.
Okay. Who used to be waved or moved by unknown force, possessed the power of healing. As the first
Church of Saint Anne.
You remember that man was here for 38 years.
Okay. Full of Bethesda. Is that
Wild pepper tree.
wild pepper tree? Huh?
Not eatable.
Not eatable. Not eatable.
Coming out of the church. In front of Saint Anne's Church. Still on the way to the 14 stations of the way to the cross.
And where they put the crown of thorns on his head. Look, see the crown of thorns?
Yeah. This one.
Yeah, that is 19th century, but it was built on the remains of Byzantine Crusaders chapel
This one.
This is the chapel
of the Flagellation.
of Flagellation where Christ was beaten
I'm scared.
and scourged.
And where they put the crown of thorns on his head.
Oh, where they put the crown of thorns on his head. Oh, go. That's the crown, symbolizes the crown of thorns and Jesus' head. We're going inside the church now. Taken inside the church of the Flagellation, where Jesus has been scourged and where his crown of thorns over his head was put. On this altar, there was a pillar where Jesus has been tied and scourged, like shown in the picture there. There's another picture where Pontius Pilate was washing his hands off
The crown of thorns.
and there is a symbol of the crown of thorns
Bleeding with the passion flower.
with the Persian flower. Passion flower.
To the right was Barabbas, the one who was
And to the right was Barabbas,
released.
who was released. Very good. This is the second station where he received the cross. Jesus received the cross.
This is the equivalent. We are going to see this. I'm going to show this.
And this is where he was flogged.
And then today the second received the cross and so on and look here.
Fine. Second station where Christ received the cross.
Okay. See the mark here?
Yeah.
The building is 19th century, but it was built on the remains of Byzantine Crusaders.
Okay. This is the Ecohomo Arch,
which it means behold the man.
where they
It means behold the man.
behold, meaning behold the man, where they judged Jesus.
Where the crowd insisted to release Barabbas.
Oh, this is where the crowd insisted to release Barabbas.
Yes. Was built by Hadrian in 135 AD. Something, see? Okay. You take this one now.
This is the original pavement on which Christ walked while carrying the cross
To Calvary.
to Calvary.
And this is used to be a street.
This used to be the street during the Roman period.
And the grooves were to be
Groups were to protect
to prevent the horses.
horses from sleeping.
Can we take this now? The second.
This is the second site of the second station where Jesus received the cross. Second station where Jesus received the cross. We are standing at the level of the old city during the Roman Empire. And on top of us is the church. We are standing on the third station where Jesus fell for the third, Jesus fell for the first time. Doon kayo, May. Doon kayo, para makuha kayo. Wala kayong makuha. You remove it. Okay, doon kayo, honey. Ako yung magkukuha pa ng picture. To the fourth station. Fourth station. Next to the third, fourth, from the fourth station is the fifth station, where they are right now. Fifth station of the cross.
God bless you.
Actually, the street where Jesus was carrying the cross.
Mighty cross will get die before he reaches Calvary.
Oh, I see. Clement Serini felt him or was obliged to carry the cross. Creation of the way of the cross, Via Dolorosa.
See how we're climbing up the hill. This was here there, and his face was imprinted on that there. And that there is in Rome, St. Peter's Church, number 6.
Station of the cross number 6. Where
Jesus wife or Veronica wife Jesus face. Veronica. 6th station. Continue from the 6th station towards the 7th station.
هذا طيب هو عمال باخذوه من هون طيب وش
7th station.
الساعة كانت 11 ونص 12 طيب هو بده يتحمل واحد ما صليناش
Seventh station, and then what happened to 7th station?
Go for the second time.
Well, for the second time.
تعطينا 2 كيلو قديش؟
هم بيجوا 2 كيلو
بس بدي سجل ولا ندفي
Go there, mate. Go there.
قديش بيطلعوا؟
Hey, Parthenon.
قديش بدك يعني؟
مش حالك على الشيء
لا إذا بس رتب 750 تمشي 750
8th station. Station. This is the 8th station where he spoke to the women
and to the daughters of Jerusalem
and the daughter of Jerusalem.
and told them, weep not for me, weep for yourselves and for your children.
Very good. I remember that.
Okay.
Where's the 9th? That way?
No, no, this way.
Oh, I see.
People can't walk because of these buildings. They want to take
Oh, I see. From the 7th to the 8th, it line up with the... The leather market is the market in Jerusalem where we're trying to buy
Super No, you are. You look like one. No.
C'est bon pour vous parce que c'est définitivement pas la même chose avec les... Le crown,
14 by the Pilgrims. This church was built by the Crusaders. It was built over the spot where the crucifixion, the burial and the resurrection of Jesus took place.
the burial and resurrection of Jesus here, huh?
The crucifixion, the burial and the resurrection.
Okay. The burial, the resurrection
and crucifixion of Jesus was here. This is the Holy Tomb. Holy Tomb. This is the Holy Tomb, station number 14.
Where the body was buried.
Where the body was buried. Holy Tomb, station number 14, where the body was buried. Thank you. This is the place where the body of Christ was anointed after it has been taken from the cross. Kneel down, kneel down. This is inside the church. Kneel down now, kneel down. The place where Jesus' body has been anointed after being taken out from the cross. This is the 11th station. Christ nailed to the cross. This is the 13th station where Mary received Jesus' body. Jesus was nailed on the cross. The place where Jesus was nailed on the cross.
هذا فيديو اللي بتشوفه كان بالفيديو اللي بحطوه بالتلفزيون صور.
View from top of the place where Jesus has been crucified. And this is where his body was anointed. And that's on the way to the tomb. Entrance to the church. Gail. Gail. A good guide. Muhammad is waiting for us. Okay, go with mommy. Outside the church where Jesus has been crucified, anointed, and buried.
This is where we bought our junk.
And this is where we bought our commercial garbage.
Almost 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
And it is 3 o'clock now.
And we are now going to the Jaffa Gate.
Jaffa Gate.
Okay, you're finished.
Masisira itong ano nating gele.
I think they can have more.
Go, Brian. Come on, go and get the dog. Come on. On the way out to Jaffa Gate from the tomb of Jesus. Brian! Say hi! Mommy trying request.
Mama?
400 chicken, 100 gram. Huh? 100 gram?
Is that a lot? Many?
It's not much.
Not much.
I show you.
You show me.
Where's Brian? Brian, where are you? Ah. We are now at the Jaffa Gate. At the Jaffa Gate. And Gail is singing beside me. This is the Jaffa Gate. Jaffa Gate. We're finishing our tour of the walled city in Old Jerusalem. We're now finished and we are now at the Jaffa Gate. Okay, May, ano, saan tayo? Gate, outside the Jaffa Gate. We are now outside the walled city of Jerusalem. Around 3 o'clock in the afternoon of February 7, 1985. Outside of the wall city, these are the buses. This station inside the bus, number 20. From Jaffa Gate, we rode to go back to the Ram Hotel. Where is Emily? Bus station where we alighted. They have a nice bus system here. Very, very nice. There the family are on the way to Ram Hotel. February 9, Saturday, 1985. First breakfast in Athens. We are on top of the hotel, Adonis Hotel, and the rooftop restaurant. Mommy, say hi, Mommy. 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 Say hi. Mommy. Mommy. Continental breakfast, huh? Mommy.
No eggs. I love continental breakfast. No eggs.
This rooftop restaurant is overlooking the Acropolis. Right now it's fog. Continental breakfast in Europe, Athens. Kids. Hello. Ay, sus, hindi kayo tumingin dito. Ako, wala kayong magandang picture. Hi, Brian.
That's not Maganda.
Yeah, you're spoiling it. There is the family and the balcony of the roof garden restaurant. Don't do that, huh? And there is Emmeline. Hey, Brian, you go there. You fight mommy. This is the view of the rooftop garden restaurant that we had breakfast on. The Acropolis, hill of Lycabettus, and the Placa District. What is that? The hill? Mommy! Say hi! Nai-record yun. Nasabi niya. Oh, Brad! Kasi, jump with fast. This is Greek dancing. Come on, Evelyn. Greek dancing. Greek dancing.
Okay, let's try break dancing.
Greek dancing. Greek dancing. Greek dancing.
Greek
Greek dancing. Greek dancing. Greek dancing.
Do that again.
Hello.
Can't even see you.
Enjoy tayo. This is Greek dancing.
Hello.
Come on. Oh God,
Retardo.
touching something.
You are on vacation. You should enjoy, gosh.
Just a minute. Wait, I haven't started yet.
Crazy.
Hello.
You better don't stop it.
Why not?
Goodbye.
Stop it. Okay.
She said, I thought that she was saying stop.
Let's go. On the way to the tour bus. First morning in Athens. This is the street where the hotel is, where we are residing for 4 days. View of the street where the hotel is. Well, Mommy and Brian are always behind. A lot of places for shopping. This is the street and the Placa District. Orange tree in the middle of busy district. Two bus that we are chat to. Gail. Okay. This is the triangle where we will be waiting for the bus every day for our tour.
That the Athenians built in the 5th century BC. We're going to see also the Olympic Stadium, the Temple of Zeus, the neoclassical buildings in Athens from the 19th century. We'll be back at about 1:45. I hope you'll enjoy the tour. English speaking, all of you. Greek Syntagma, the center of the city. The neoclassical building that you see exactly in front of us, that we call Evzon, E-V-Z-O-N. We'll see them later on. But the city, I feel you, as a bit further down, I'll show you the University of Athens. Two excellent pastry, tea rooms and restaurants in front on the left, and the tents. Zonas and Flokas, both of them excellent. And the neoclassical building in front on the right, with the pillars, and as we're going to pass in front of it, you see that there are frescoes inside the balconies. The home of Ulrich Schliemann. For you that are interested, Schliemann was this famous German archaeologist who excavated Mycenae, the city of Parthenon, the Bank of Greece. And on the right side, the Roman Catholic Church, dedicated to Saint Denis. There are three beautiful neoclassical buildings from the 19th century, all marble, on the pillars. On the right side is the offices in the city. Actually, the university is in the suburbs, about 5 kilometers from Athens. Mountain, Pentelikon. It is a marble mountain. Even nowadays, one can see the quarries from where the Athenians picked their marbles to build their temples on the Acropolis. Something else, when we say in a minute in front of you, the modern commercial section, Omonia Square. Constitution Square, Syntagma, where is the Parliament, is the most elegant square of the city, while Omonia, just in front of us now, is the modern commercial section. There is a by the way, Piraeus, the port, is exactly 10 kilometers from Athens. We drive along Patission Street. This is the modern commercial section, always crowded. Here are the big department stores like Minion that you see on the left. And in a minute, we stop to visit the National Archaeological Museum of Athens. We drive along
This is the Athens National Museum. First part of our tour. This is the family. Gail! Say hi! Brian! Say Brian! Oh, they're having fun. We are having fun. It's so nice in Greece. It's so nice in Athens. We are enjoying our vacation here. very clean and full of history and legends. In front of the museum, and there is the commercial district. There is a bus.
Hi. This is the... Get it.
Huwag mo nang kunin ako ganyan. Zooming na. Just finished the museum.
Of the whole Greece, 9 million. Athens is the capital. The second city in the north, in Macedonia, is Thessalonica. The port, the first in Greece, the third in the Mediterranean, Piraeus. It is 10 kilometers from Athens exactly. For you that you like to visit Piraeus, there is a subway, a metro from Omonia Square. In Greece, we are Orthodox. The Greek Orthodox is similar to the Roman Catholic. As you probably know right now, they try to join churches again. Don't forget that the Greek Orthodox and the Roman Catholic was just one church until the 11th century AD. And then we have the schisma, the separation. So right now they try to join the churches again. In Greek, bibliotheki, but even nowadays we say bibliothèque, so a Greek word that you use. And have a look to the left. The neoclassical building that you see is an art gallery for modern exhibitions. Look at the Academy here. And the next neoclassical building with the pillars in front on the left is the Museum Penaki. For you to the left, on the right is the National Garden and the barracks of the Evsons, of the National Guards, with a typical Greek costume, in front of the Parliament in Constitution Square. And tomorrow, Sunday, in front of us, the famous Olympic Stadium of Athens. The capacity is 65,000, all marble. I must say that this is the only marble stadium in the world. In 1896, Baron Pierre de Coubertin, Frenchman, had the idea to give a new life to the Olympic Games, the Athletic Games. So they rebuilt the ancient stadium of Athens, the stadium of the 3rd century BC. So the one that you see now is a perfect restoration, same sizes, same proportions. Rebuilt in 1896 for the first modern Olympic Games. We don't use it anymore for the Olympics because of its track, as it is too narrow. We use it only for competitions between smaller teams. I must say also that this is not a stadium of Acro, the top polis, the city, so Acropolis is just the hill. The Parthenon is the marble temple on top of the Acropolis. This was the religious center of the classical period, the place to worship. Now have a look to the left. You see the colossal pillars of the Temple of Zeus, Jupiter. The Temple of Zeus was built by Hadrian. the Roman emperor. In the 2nd century AD, in Corinthian Institution Square to the right, here we turn to the left in order to visit the archaeological side of the Acropolis. Exactly in front of you, just behind the modern building around the Acropolis, it is really very picturesque. If you have a morning or an afternoon too free to spend, narrow streets, old buildings, the continuation of the classical period of Greece. A simple example I gave you already is that when the Romans conquered Greece, they adapted the Greek religion. The 12 Olympians, they only changed the names in Latin. And this is the reason that in our days we have the two names for the gods, a little bit confusing for you, the Greek and the Latin. Zeus, the Greek, became Jupiter for them. Poseidon, the lord of the sea, Neptune, the Latin name. In a minute, you are going to see in front of the right the beginning of the archaeological. Years ago, they built another theatre that I'm going to show you a little bit further up to the right. And so we use it. We have the Festival of Athens. Also on the right-hand side, the retaining wall of the Acropolis. Part of the wall is the original from the 5th century BC. A wall with arches. This is the facade of the theatre of Herod Atticus. Rebuilt, and so we use it. Here we have the Festival of Athens. Maria Callas sang from here years ago, Medea. Showy ballet, the famous Russian ballet, and Le Ballet de Maurice Béjart, an international festival, the Festival of Athens. On the left side now, on top, the tombstone of Philopappos, a Roman governor was buried up there, and so we call the hill after his name, Philopappos Hill. At the bottom,
and also the buses. Any bus.
We are midway to Acropolis.
For all the buses and the subway and the yellow trolley buses, 10 trucks. We are coming back the same way. On the way down, if you like to bring something.
From these steps, quite an exercise. Continue up there. Going up the Acropolis.
Pictures prohibited, it says.
Hi, Mommy. Gail, give me the battery, anak. Give me the battery. Oh no. Up the steps.
I'll give you the explanation of Acropolis. In Greek, propilia. Pro front, pili the gate. So propilia is the entrance, the gate of the Acropolis. And look at this lovely small marble temple up here to the right, from the one side to the other, 20 tons each. And we wondered nowadays
How they get them up there, right?
how they paid by the government. They had democracy here during the classical period. And what's unbelievable is that we took the
View from the Acropolis.
This is the hill of Pnyx, P-N-Y-X, political center in the 5th century BC. The platform for the orators was right on top. I must say that from the top of the hill of Pnyx opposite the Acropolis, the birthplace of democracy. And now the rocky hill down below to the right. As you see, there are a few people on top. Huh? This
Brian playing on top of the mountain. Rocky place. Finish with the guide.
Athena.
Hotel Adonis, where we're staying. It's a clean, decent hotel with roof garden overlooking the Acropolis. Very nice hotel in the family-oriented, quiet street. We are on our way back to the Acropolis.
Just turn left.
We are now in the Placa District.
Turn left.
This is the street where our hotel is. And not so busy street this time. It's only 1:30 in the afternoon. Last night we were here and there's a lot of people. Going to take a taxi to the Acropolis. There is Emily and Gail and Brian and Mommy. Walking on the street of Athens, Placa District. On a busy street. Diana Greek art. Mommy, look about. While waiting for taxi, very difficult to find. Oh. At least meron dito kung ano ha. At least ito kung ano. Sige na. Kaysa mo na.
Look at it, David, go.
Baka nga wala yung entrance to the Acropolis. Back at the Acropolis. We gotta go back because we forgot our battery this morning. Mommy is tired. She's complaining that it's difficult to go back. Entrance to the Parthenon in its full beauty. Say hi! Brian's first fall. He was running on top of the Acropolis. Hi. There is the Parthenon in the background. They said the most perfectly built building in the whole world. Brian is enjoying the rocks. And the three sisters are having a picnic. And the background is a tall hill called Lake Habis. Entrance temple. We came from there. Entrance to the Parthenon. And this is a beautiful city of Athens. Oh, of course, the Arellano family is having the picnic, the three sisters. Can't believe this. The Arellano family having a picnic at the Acropolis, and the background is the Parthenon. I can't believe this. An experience in a lifetime, and we thank God for giving us this opportunity to experience the history of Greece.
Wait, smell.
Daddy, keep talking.
Okay.
I mean, doing karate.
Brian and
Daddy. No fan.
come on, doing karate. Hi.
Disgusting.
And this
Girl, Emmeline, there's a lot of time to do that.
Chris boy.
Emmeline. Brian.
Oh.
We're picnicking, isn't this beautiful? And Melinda's
My
coming
power
along,
pellet.
and these are her power pellets.
Brian, come here,
And there's Shorty.
Stupid, aren't they?
Brian.
Yep.
Emmeline, don't give it up.
Oh, I'm urinating.
Emily!
Boo.
This is the Parthenon. One minute. And they're playing.
Checkers.
They're playing checkers.
Don't stop. I don't want you to stop. This is the only time that I can get
Brian. There's Brian and his grandfather.
Free.
Come on, Mami, let's go.
$2 for this painting. Oh, okay. Brian and grandpa. And this is his auntie.
Okay, stop now, Don't do that. Piralis.
want oranges?
Kumain ka na ng kumain, Diana, and then we can go. Pinatapon mo na yan, di ka pa minsanan na lang ang kainan. Anak, tatay. Second fall. This is the station of the fall of Brian.
Third time to yung mukha niya. Okay, tumiyata kayo.
Okay, Emeline.
The Parthenon from the northwest. It was built from 447 to 432 BC. According to the plans of the architect Ictinus and under the general supervision of Phidias. It is in the Doric order, peripteral, 8 columns on the narrow sides and 17 on the long ones, with certain Ionic elements and very rich sculpted decorations. Due to the coordination efforts of Phidias and his collaborators, it constituted the most important monument of Greek architecture.
The most important monument of Greek architecture. What side of the Parthenon is this?
Northwest.
Northwest. Very good, Emeline.
And here is the picture.
Huwag ka na magganyan, anak ko. Sige, you go now so you can take your picture. Emeline, carry the book good. Like that.
This is the porch of the Chori on the south section of the erection. In place of the columns,
Slowly.
the Chori caryatids gracefully but robustly bear the weight of the cornice.
That's it, huh?
Yes.
Okay, you walk now, anak. This is located beside the Parthenon. Hi, Emeline.
You can do the erection from the southwest.
Yeah. Right. Sisters, always eating and eating and
Two
eating.
sisters.
Sisirain mo.
Ow!
That's the Parthenon right there.
That's the
Hello, my name is
What
Emily
side is this?
Arlano.
Emeline, I
The
thought you...
north.
Go, go.
This is the east side of the Parthenon. The unusually...
Oh.
Okay, this is the east side of the Parthenon. The unusually...
Wait.
east side of the park.
Can I go and read it?
Okay, now.
This
Go.
the east side of the Parthenon. The unusually great width of the temple is due to the need to protect the cult statue of the temple, Phidias, Athena's Parthenos, in the best possible way. Only a very few sections of the pediment which depicted the birth of Athena have survived. These are in the British Museum.
Finished? Oh. You want me to be quiet? Okay. I have to be quiet.
Oh gosh, bro. Oh my gosh, Brian father. And now, oh gosh, terrible Brian.